What is your feeling about your Republican Party as it's evolved over these years? We now find ourselves sitting here talking at a time when there is another movement, the Tea Party movement, which is attempting to attach itself to the Republican Party and move the party to the right. You have, I believe, 17 House members, Republicans, incumbent Republicans with challengers, a number of U.S. congressmen, Republican incumbents with challengers. Jerry Patterson sat in this chair not long ago and said, "Oh, I think the Tea Party guys are great. I don't have any problem with them. I think it's good for the party." Do you share that point of view?
You know, I have no problem with the dialogue. I agree with a lot of the things the Tea Party people are saying. There's a lot of fear and anger in the world, particularly what's going on in Washington. I've not been impressed by the Tea Party candidates that I've seen or met because they're talking about Washington issues and running for state offices, and haven't bothered to learn the state issues and haven't bothered to be up on the offices that they're running for. So that cheapens the whole process.
But generally speaking, the idea that there might be a movement to the right of the Republican Party establishment trying to bring the party further to the right on social issues or anything else, you're okay?
Here's my problem.
Does the party need to be corrected, essentially, by being brought to the right?
The party needs to have loud dialogue. It doesn't have to have consensus. It needs to be accepting of Republicans who agree with what's going on a certain amount of the time. I don't know if it's 80% or 70% or 90%. It's not 100% because that will doom the party.
You're a big tent guy.
Absolutely.
Rather than a small tent guy.
Absolutely.
Do you believe there should be any litmus testing of Republicans if, you know, here are 5 issues, if you don't agree with us on all 5 issues, we're going to run against you so that we force you to come around?
Well, here's the problem with that. A Maine Republican is very different than a New Mexico Republican, which is very different than a California Republican. And it's hard to come up with that. I would rather have a Maine Republican than to say, you don't meet the criterion, you're not a Republican.
And in fact, there are Republicans in the big cities in Texas.
That's right.
Who are different than Republicans in rural Texas.
Look, I'm from the second most educated district in Texas. The most educated district is around Rice. It's a Democratic district. The demographics in my district are almost exactly like the demographics in Nancy Pelosi's district, and yet it's a Republican district. But we look at things a bit differently in my district than they do in Pampa, which is a Republican area.
Right.